Okay, sorry about the dead air. So this is chapter 5, chapter 3, week 3, WebAssign, question number 5. I've done this once as a student, and just so you know, I was right, but well, I didn't know that ahead of time. Okay. Um, so I opened up, and for some reason, it won't let me reset. So I'm trying it this way. Uh, so you're going to probably have the exact same questions I did when I did this as a student as a preview. So here's how you suss it out. So this is a pretty diverse group of individuals, right? So I suspect it's not going to be a normal distribution because it's so diverse. I do suspect there's going to be two clusters of people. They're all adults. There's no kids, but there's going to be some that tend to be male, and they tend to be female. And I know Dr. Stevens wrote this back in the early 2010s. We weren't, but there wasn't the concern for fluid people that were fluid in their gender. So I'm doing that old school kind of thinking. And here's what I'm thinking. So we're gonna have two groups of people, male, female, and there's gonna be two means. There's gonna be a bunch of people in the middle of the female, a bunch of people in the middle of the male, and then there'll be tails off of both ends. I mean, I wish you could see me with my hands right now, but so that's why I'm thinking this is going to be a bimodal distribution. Okay, two groups of people with two clusters around those two groups. Now this is a pretty homogeneous group of people. So all adult men. This is the numeric variable, a quantitative variable. So I think this is going to be a normal distribution. Normally, naturally occurring measurements like shoe size, height, or length of your foot, height, weight. Those tend to be normally distributed. And now with this group, they're all males. You couldn't include children. And we know that if you consider your children up to age 16, 17, that's only 17 years worth of people. And then we have all the adults and all the 18s up to 118 or whatever. There's a whole bunch more people that are going to have bigger shoe sizes than those small group of 0 to 17-year-olds. So I think this is going to be skewed left. And when I clicked the answer, yeah, it said I was right. Okay, so you see how my reasoning behind that? Now, just to reassure you, saying, how the heck am I going to do this? I'm not going to ask you a question like this on an exam. Okay, this is really gray. When you can calculate things and interpret your calculations, that's less gray. That's a reasonable expectation. All I want you to do, the reason I pick these kind of questions is just to get you thinking about the different groups. What's your population? What's your sampling frame? And what's the sample going to look like? And then we'll see when we hit chapter 6. We'll see how samples behave. It's pretty cool. Seriously, it's very cool. So okay, so I hope this helps my reasoning. I also posted some work for in the discussion forum about some questions from the exercise in the book along with Dr. Stevens' answers. I didn't give you the number 8. Somebody go try to answer those, and nobody does it before tonight, Saturday night. Answer it in post 2. Okay, hope this helps.